Hello everyone. Before the video starts off today, I wanted to announce really quick I will be picking the winner tomorrow for the Ho-Oh GX10 giveaway in a video. So make sure you enter if you haven't entered already to win this 10. All you have to do is watch those videos and leave some comments. Just follow the directions in the videos. Thank you everyone.
Hello everyone, my name is Javin and this is my YouTube channel. Today I wanted to compare some Japanese, English, and Korean cards with one another. This isn't going to be a super in-depth review of all the differences between every version set of Korean, Japanese, and English cards. It's just kind of the current Sun and Moon differences between those three languages. There's some interesting little differences, so let's take a look at them. Starting off here, looking at these cards, we're just going to take a look at the back. Obviously, the Japanese here has the different back. The Korean and English backs are here. You'll notice, I believe this is the Korean one. It's slightly lighter, yes, than the English back. It's not a big difference, but it does appear slightly lighter in blue color. If we flip these around, you'll see very similar layout to one another. The Korean and English cards both have the yellow border around the outside edge there. The Japanese has this kind of silver grayish border around the outside edge. Another difference between the Korean and Japanese, so the Korean on the left and the Japanese cards, both of them here have the same system for telling if a card is common, uncommon, rare, or whatever. So both of these have the C, so these are both common cards, and you can see the set here is Sun and Moon 3 and this is Sun and Moon 1, so they both use this same system, while the English uses a little picture for the set and then uses the circle, diamond, stars, and such for rarity. So these are just kind of some regular bulk cards. Another thing I've noticed, in general, the Korean cards have better cuts than the English cards. So a big complaint I have with the English cards, like you can see this one I just pulled out down here, there's a little bit of edge messed up right down here. This is just how it comes. If we take a look at the Korean card, looks a lot better overall. So the quality in the Korean cards really isn't too bad, just looking at these commons. Let's take a look now at some holos and compare the holo. So here we go with our holos. Let's take a look first, Korean compared to the English. This English is actually in a matte case and it still looks shinier to me than this Korean holo. So this has I should take it out, but probably not going to. But anyway, basically the Korean holo here is really dull. You'll notice the Japanese, big difference on the Japanese cards, has a silver border around the outside edge as opposed to the yellow. Other than that, the holos are essentially the same as the regulars. I would say the holo effect on the Korean cards is really dim, and overall I prefer the Japanese holos most with this silver border around the edge. I think it looks really nice. But that's just my opinion. And here for the GXs, the regular GXs, wanted to take a look here at the shine in them. So here's the English and the Japanese, very similar, basically the same other than the language and the markings or whatever. If we take a look here, I wish I had the Raichu GX, but I would say the shine is just a lot more dull. To me it looks a lot brighter in the English and the Japanese here, comparatively to the Korean. Looks a little bit like faded out almost. It doesn't look bad, it just doesn't look quite as good to me. So here's our three different full arts. I wish I had a Japanese Lunala to make another comparison here. But if we take a look here at the English and the Korean Lunalas here, I'll even take this out of the sleeve. You can see they're both pretty similar, but the patterns are different. It's more of kind of like a beam coming out, rays coming out from near the head of the Lunal here, and here it's like a kind of like blocky triangles in the background. So the pattern itself is different. I would say that the ridges and such It's kind of hard to see the difference, but in person you can see the ridges are kind of look deeper on the English as opposed to the Korean. Overall, the Korean's pretty nice. I would compare it pretty similar to the Japanese. The Japanese cards have much smaller ridges in comparison to the English, and kind of appear to be almost a clearer image of the Pokemon just because they have so many smaller little ridges. So pretty similar between the full arts between the three. My favorite would probably be the Japanese, then the English, then the Korean. I don't know, something about it just doesn't seem quite as nice. Like the holo effect does seem a little different, and not a big fan of the pattern, but overall all three very nice full arts from each different one. So this was just kind of a little overview of some of the differences. I mean, the main difference are the Korean uses the Japanese system here for commons and uncommons, and then the Japanese has the different border pattern as opposed to those, and then, you know, the backs are different and such. So those are kind of the main differences between these cards. If you'd like me to do a more in-depth video with you know, some different languages, or maybe even how the Pokemon cards have changed throughout the years, you know, from going to Wizards of the Coast era and such, let me know in the comments. And let me know what you think of Korean cards. These are authentic Korean cards, they're not fakes. So I want to know what you think of them. Do you buy them? Do you stay away from them? What do you think? Alright everyone, have a great day.